Salve Denis Tudor, benvenuti alla Maps, la prima episodio del Little Inferno dalle post hanno esitato sabato avuto delle
yeah, he only got 1,500 damage in for that whole fight. Most of it was on an Earth Spirit who just rolled away.
Denis,
you need more, and he needs this Basher, and then he maybe even Abyssal on top of that to really continue to his targets. Oh, the Centaur, Ag Interceptor. Like, this hero is so strong now, right? Centaur, like, obviously, a lot of people like to talk about his late game. If he gets to 25, he gets the return to everybody, buys a harder too. But I think just even the power spike of having your Hood, Blink, right now, they're kind of outgunned. So finally, Jules picks that up here. 28 minutes, I doubt was the benchmark before, but he has it now. We'll see what he can do with it.
I really feel like that essentially the way that fight is the one cycle team fight. Pretty much everyone of the ultimate and they have to win the fight right then and there. So having Aegis or any way to run out the fight is gonna be critical. That's why I put so much emphasis on the axe earlier. It's like Denis is having the same idea in mind. Jules does have a finish.
So, what are we looking at for this Ember Spirit's late game? Obviously, he's got his kind of what we would call the core here. The only thing he's really lacking is HP. So I think Octarine is pretty obviously next. And then what, you go Mjolnir?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a dual pick up right after I guess Mjolnir is probably the highest DPS output.
I still think he needs to get a little bit of help here, at least give him a chance to suffer. And then after that, I mean, is that the full 6 slot? Is that it? Veil, Radiance, Fuels, Mjolnir, Octarine? I don't really see much more progression, but it does have a lot of potential, especially for killing off the lower HP support in the backline. Been victim of that way too many times in pub the past few days, so I think it's going to be on Faceless to kind of protect as well as XY. You should always check your nuts. It's his name, like you can't not jump on it whenever you can. He's sponsored, dude. Ice got his back.
Nobody else?
BJ.
Just sponsoring them.
Yeah, well, what do you know? I don't want to know what's in that contract. What favors are required for nice.
Разкажите инглес.
Potential Abyssal Blades and things of that nature. Yeah, the big thing is the left series aligned Silver to continue to push up lane.
Gonna get spread here, and now chasing a ton of damage. Time lapse it, he's right back, and now Black does have the BKB active, but the BKB now gets jumped on the other side. Jay.
Oh, nice Static Storm coming out here, and it's gonna actually put a lot of heroes here in the mix, right where Ursa wants them, but he just doesn't have the sustain after the enrage and the BKB wear off. It gets melted, and it's gonna be now Ice going on to the next assassin here. Ralphie pops the Carapace, tries to get away, but it's going to be the Weaver who actually steps himself out of that one. Sunstrike attempted for Ralphie, going to be turning and stunning, and they just want to try to minimize their losses here. Ninja Boogie flipping over to try to buy a TP from the side shop, and I think that might be enough for them to get out. They didn't see Ninja Boogie in the trees, but his TP's on cooldown for 30 seconds, and the Sentry Ward catches out the Weaver.
Oh no. Yep, he's going to go down. Really the big problem in that team fight was drop a lot on the BKB as a void, and even though they managed to kill them, one tap for long team fights, right? That's where the Radiance gets through a lot, but Jay out of mana, and I think also out of fire range, so he just stood outside.
Yeah, he was in full panic mode from the beginning. He had to immediately self-heal, immediately run it out, and just kind of take this Actually, see XY in some trouble here, but Sable's coming out against Miracle, and he has to pump the BKB again. At this point, it might as well be 5 seconds. And we're going to see a double stun against the Nyx, against the Centaur, but prolonging his own life, the Nexus Assassin will be falling.
Fighting without the really not the fight they're looking for. Jay, jumping left, jumping right. They do have the Weaver to back him up though.
They might time-lapse him into a worse position if they're not careful. They do wait it out long enough. He gets to reach a room, pops it immediately, and is looking to go back in. Can get the veil out. Oh, nice dodge with the sleight of fist, and Jay will force Faithless into retreat.
One back, that's gonna be a block. Rosebear's gonna get spent. He's gonna focus on the Weaver. Can he actually put the Weaver in the combo? Yes, he can. No, he cannot. Now he actually has jumped in. Black's on the run, and now he's being chased down by a couple of heroes. Nice blink away by Miracle. Tornado backs him up, but now it's gonna be Jay jumping back in. That's gonna be another kill. Now Jab runs the other direction. Nice. Traps looking for yet another shot. Winding up them. Gonna blink away. And it is the that's the fight that Meneski's looking for, right? Where Jay actually gets to run in and out of the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And he's going to try to push that even further. Currently quick buying Blink Dagger. Could have already bought it. Maybe Side Chop is his goal. But I don't know. Looking at his inventory, you have so many items that are about 2,000 gold. Like, obviously, the Yules is like 3k, the Veil, the VOT's around 2k, and the Blink on top of that. So Radiance is like your only real item, and it just feels like it's going to hurt his trajectory. So he does not go for the Blink Dagger, does go for the Octarine as we were expecting, and I do feel like that allows him to kind of push the envelope on this build. Ralphie up top is stalking Ice, but really no follow-up. It's just keeping eyes on his target.
Well, they do have a BOT Empress Spirit, so...
Yeah, it's got to be BOTs too to take advantage of this kind of situation. The only thing he's doing right now is preventing Centaur from TPing home.
Actually, this is a reminiscent of, I believe, a game that we casted together during the TI Major Qualifier, where Meneski had like an 85-minute game against Fnatic.
Oh yeah.
And a big part of that victory in that game was ours against Assassin, like just scouting people out and then allowing his teammates to BOT to win. I know we're not there yet, but there is a possibility of this game extending to that lane switch. The Emperor Spirit is going to be jump in the later game scenario.
Heavy foreshadowing here, hopefully does not force us into a very behind the schedule situation, but at least right now both teams eyeing up the road. Lotus Orb and Pipe finished up for Darrow, and it's actually going to be a smoke attempted here. Pretty sure they have an idea. Nuts is walking right up to the Nyx Assassin. That doesn't happen without 5 heroes behind it.
Well, they're going to try to just force on the Roshan. They blink forward, but Jay's not going to get caught. And even if he was caught, they still have to Weaver back up. So I feel like Faceless, unless they get a 3 or 4 man chrono, is really not a fight to get.
And he's going to try for it. Does get a 3-man chrono sphere, but is locked out with the kinetic static. Instead, pops BKB, walks right in and finishes off the Disruptor. So the XY and Jabs can blink to the high ground and look for the flank. This is going to be on the south end that Crystal Maiden does take a spill, but they've got a lot of good damage here up in front. XY is actually taking a lot of physical damage, going to be able to roll himself out of here. And now Invoker popping some spells, some items, and trying to get himself away. Black just needs one good hit in to try to finish somebody off. Gets the bash, but it's not enough with the time lapse away. The Invoker has fallen out. Black is all on his own. Is going to be going down. Triple kill for Miracle, and that is Roshan for Meneski.
What did you think was the reasoning for them to force a fight like that? Like, they got the first couple of kills, which was good, and then they kept chasing, but, you know, Crystal Maiden can't keep up. Her Spirit already threw his load, right? Like, what else was there?
They're just confident. I mean, they have so many tools that kind of breach this gap, where usually there's this terrain advantage for the Dire on this side, where they have the Shrine, they have a TP proxy, and you have the split that you have to go up. They thought that they could breach that with just these blinking tools, just time walk, or well, actually just to run up within the BKB and the Chrono. But then you have like 2 or 3 heroes going to the high ground. They thought, okay, well, we can just kind of go for like a full invade, and it just turned out not to be the case whatsoever. The fight gets dragged out again, and it just goes to show what you're talking about before, that Faceless, they're looking for quick kills with their ultimates, and if they're not actually getting more than just the Disruptor out of these first few seconds of the fight, then the scale starts tipping the other way.
Yeah, and critically, Weaver hits level 18 as well. Previously, he had some trouble like running into EMP, taking away a chunk of his mana. Now, the ultimate being free, he is going to be able to cast it pretty much every single portion of the fight. He's going to be going for just prevent the silence from not knocking him down as well. So that actually Weaver is going to come up.
That's going to be another pickup on the Disruptor. Not too big a deal, no objectives to take now that Roshan is gone. Would have been critical just a moment before, but obviously that's where Mineski weren't taking risks. Now they're able to kind of spread themselves out, say, we got what we wanted, we're good for this kind of 4 or 5 minute cycle, and now they're actually going to be starting to be aggressive despite the Disruptor being dead.
Shoving inside. I think actually Mineski is okay dragging this game out long, right? Because I feel like Ember Spirit is either approaching a territory to upgrade at BOT perhaps, or just start switching out items.
Now this game isn't really good at engaging necessarily, so it means that this game is going to come down to one hero being killed off without buyback available. And yeah, the invoker can focus on a little bit, but it's not going to take 3 minutes around. They're going to have to really find some time to commit. It's going to be centered around this Roshan still, around pickoffs, and again, that's an environment that Mineski is comfortable with.
We're talking about how Faceless is not good. Mineski is...
Yeah, no, on either side.
Aku mama trezesc cu acă, Vlad,
Yeah. Ember Spirit's got it, dude. He's got what, like, 200 damage?
nu dau un combo.
Easy. Alright.
Gata, acum am cere... să-i dau
smoke and mirrors this time,
licorici.
know exactly what the other's trying to do. There's no real element of surprise, it's just the Aegis advantage, and Black still looks for the chrono.
Yep, it's gonna go in the back, and they're gonna try to burst out in, and will be enough! Yes! Well, that chrono lasted much longer than that. Buys back in, time lapse, right back in. Ninja Boogie's gonna drop the ult, and they're gonna try to focus on Black. Black's gonna jump right back in. Do they have to catch him? They don't know they do. They're actually gonna bring him down. One more hit, please get Black! Black jumps away, he gets stunned again, but they actually use so much more just for that kill. Jay now will jump away, jumps back in into Ice. So much damage. He will get the kill. Now Jay jumping forward once more, looking for the Invoker. Not gonna be able to find it.
Yeah.
That was a with the buyback on the rules. I think that would work.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if they can finally breach high ground, it's the difficulty for either side here. I think that's going to be pretty critical, and it is going to be Void Black without a buyback for 50 seconds. So they're right now in forced buyback mode, where they want to try to make it so that Black has to buy back, and they ruin his progression. But instead, it's going to turn out that he just straight up doesn't have it, and that's going to be at least a tier 3. But we'll see what more they can do.
They're not really hitting it that fast. That's right, going to come out. That damage is they're actually just not taking the tower too quickly.
Yeah, there's so many delay tactics here, but they will find Crystal Maiden here, and the Glimmer Game is going to be able to save him. And that is probably going to be a buyback for Crystal Maiden coming out here again. They want to continue to delay. Seven Blast coming up with a but the tier 3 is gone. The question is, will they back?
Time lapse. 60% up. Looks like they are going to get back on. Void is back. And again, they were really relying on these chronos. I mean, I guess they were playing around with the buyback.
Yeah, I think that the priority target has to be the Weaver, right? If you don't get the Weaver in the Chrono, because of this Aghanim effect. So what they end up doing is focusing the right target, but with a little bit of extra money in his back pocket, Jules just resets it and completely ignores it. Well, here's the thing, like, who's a real Time Lord when you got some guy who's going to go outside of the dimension?
I mean, you know, even though the Weaver bought back and he was able to join the fight immediately, he had to use the platform to drag the fight. So how much of that was
So what's the Swarm Medallion and
so not very much, right?
16-second reset.
So you can make the argument that they probably would have won that fight even without the buyback.
It's definitely possible. You'd have to kind of replay it in that situation to be sure, but I do feel like either way, it's a pretty heavy commitment, and it just shows they can't kill anybody but Weaver, and Weaver's not a big part of the plan for Mineski to win the fight after the fact.
Eu dați explozie. Acum încerc parcă nu. Floare cu ceas, floare cu ceas, floare cu ceas. Floare cu ceas, ceas. Da! Bine!
He's level 25, so he has plus 2 duration steering chains, very annoying to play up against, and then of course he's got spell amp, cooldown reduction, and all he had to get rid of was his Veiled Discord, so seems to make sense. He really clearly likes to play around this blink dagger.
Combo!
Enables so many
Combo!
He has the owner.
Combo!
Careful how has the self-correction. Gone finished. The missile has
Ako posso levar não vou dizer this
Yeah, you can't use it to first crossfight or anything anymore. Obviously, we're not looking at Mjolnir yet on the void, so yeah, it's just going to be Ghost Scepters and make sure they can stay on the target in general. Actually, kind of weakness, so this will end up using to stay and keep wailing away proactively. Anytime with that tier 3 broken down, that means the top shrine is going to be dropping, and that's the key one to get back into the game. So I think that's really confident in this game.
Jabs interestingly buys a Tome really wants that Devil's Glass, I guess.
So, a lot of people have been talking about recently the kind of meme build getting the available down just so short, and some people are really big fans of it. I'm sure it has one game, some Dota 2, but Devil's Glass just since they added it naturally to his level 25, it just felt so kind of bored of hero.
I mean,
and he goes for the tornado.
I mean, we could sit here and debate which one is the better talent, but I feel like neither talent fits the situation. You're in a situation where you need to win the fight in the first 5 seconds. Like having the short cooldown is something I don't think matters. Or would you disagree?
I mean,
because I don't think that winning
it's always good. It's always helpful, but I don't. Yeah, if you are one-dimensionally just putting their game plan as only kill people with Chronos, then yeah, it's not very helpful. But I'm sure there are a lot of other contexts. TP cancels after the retreat, just chasing people down. For example, the hold that they were doing when there was a slow siege on mid, where he was dropping multiple tornadoes, solo deafening glass, like, it's extremely helpful in that situation because you have so many tools to disarm and to prevent the enemy from hitting your turrets. So it's great for stall tactics, it's great for chasing, and it's just a good spell in general. So no matter the case, it's always good to have talents rather than not have talents, and we'll just have to see how I impact that second tornado turns out to be. Looks like it's going to be too late for He's just going to stretch himself too thin, and that's a critical roast. Aegis and Cheese going the way of Faceless from no response.
I feel like Aegis is such an important item.
Oh yeah.
Agora em dois
I think you give it a jab.
não hesitação do
Tornado pulls that reduction for crying out loud, but no, he goes for the cheese. It's kind of one of those safety nets or life insurance saying, okay, what if they do somehow like jump? If like say the disruptor has an active scepter, which he's actually only 700 gold off of, and they are able to jump the board and kill him off, you just leave it to fight the game's over. But if you have a Sages, then you kind of have something to fall back on. So I think it can be very.
Hey, kids!
Yeah, I know
do you like toys? Know what's more fun than playing with toys?
Oh no!
Setting them on fire! With your new Little Inferno Entertainment Fireplace!
Away here, go.